Hey, what's going on? Aaron Chen here. If you are watching this video right now, you're probably doing a bit of research on how to grow your internet business. So I'm going to be talking about that over the next few minutes. And if this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, I'm always releasing content on how to become more profitable inside of your online business. Okay, so consider subscribing by clicking the link below anytime. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the strategies to grow your internet business and how do you get it really, really big. All right. It's interesting because I got this question from one of my students really recently, and again I thought it was one of those obvious things, but I guess it's not. A lot of things with growing a proper successful internet business is not that obvious, and that's really what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so there are a few things about your online business that you need to understand, right? So the first thing is, how much traffic are you getting in, right? That's really the most important thing. If you're generating, let's just say, 5 leads a day, what I would recommend is you need to get that lead flow up to as high as you can afford, all right? Or as high as humanly possible, okay? So if you're generating traffic on Facebook, or you're generating traffic or leads from YouTube, I do a lot of YouTube videos, right? So a lot of my traffic comes from YouTube, but maybe you decide you want to do display media, banner ads, Instagram, pay-per-click marketing, pay-per-view marketing. I mean, there's so many different ways to attract people towards the front door of your website, okay, the front door of your business. So if you're only generating 5 leads a day, for example, your job as an internet marketer, in order for you to grow your internet business, is to get that lead flow up from 5 leads a day to as high as you can get it. So whether that's 50 leads a day, 100 plus leads a day, 200 plus leads a day, the more the better, okay? So that's one area that you must focus on, okay? Because no matter what, if your back end is really good, that means your sales funnel, everything that your potential customers are seeing on the back end, even though that's amazing, if you don't get enough new customers coming through the front door, you're going to struggle, right? So if you think about any traditional business all around the world, like let's just say Starbucks, right? Their goal is to open as many Starbucks as humanly possible. And it's not because they're trying to just open a lot of Starbucks. Their goal is to hit as many customers as possible, right? So in that business model, the franchise model, the more outlets you open, generally speaking, right, the more customers you can attract. And so online business is the same thing. The only difference is that it works slightly differently. You don't have to open more online businesses. You just have to find more ways to get in front of many more groups of different people so that more people see your stuff, they land on your website, they enter their email address, and then they become a lead, okay? So the more places you can do that, the better. I hope that makes sense, okay? So that's the first way to grow your internet business, right? The second way to grow your internet business is to get a higher conversion rate, right? Because the amount of people that are coming through your front door, most people, the biggest problem that internet marketers struggle with is they can't convert their leads into sales, okay? And the average conversion rate for most internet marketers, all around the world, is about 0.5 to 1%. That's really low, okay? So think about it. If you have 100 people coming through the front door of your business, you're only making 1 sale for every 100 people coming through. That's a recipe for disaster, okay? You're gonna go broke if your conversion rates are that low, all right? Your job as a business owner, as an internet marketing business owner, is to increase that conversion rate to as high as you can get, okay? So my average sales conversion rate is roughly about 8 to 9%, okay? So for every 100 people that are coming through the front doors of my business, I'm making about 8 to 10 sales. Now, the value of the sales are different. Some people will spend $15 with me, some people will spend $100, some people might spend $500, some people will spend more, okay? So the lifetime customer value of each person that comes through is slightly different, but I'm generating about 8 to 9 sales roughly for every 100 people coming in. Now that's really good if you think about it, because that's 8 to 9 times more than the average internet marketer and affiliate marketer out there, okay? So how do you do that? How do you increase your conversion rate? So there are a lot of little things, okay? It's not just one thing, unfortunately. I could do a whole video just on this. In fact, I might do that actually, but just to give you a couple of things that you can really focus on today, and if you're taking notes right now, I highly recommend it, okay, because I'm dropping some gold for you right now. One of those things is to really attract people towards you, okay? And so if you're building an internet business and you're not doing any video, all right, I would consider doing video, all right? Because if you're not doing video, then you're not allowing your audience to get attracted to anything, right? And being an attractive character is one of the most important invisible things that a lot of people don't talk about, okay? So I get a lot of questions like, Aaron, do I have to do video in my online business to become successful? Must I show my face, or can I do, other videos? Can I just record my screen? The simple answer is, you can do anything you want, okay? But if you want to have a really successful internet business, affiliate marketing business, then yes, you have to show your face, okay? If you think about any successful business offline, okay, not even on the internet, any successful business out there, they have got some sort of character that people buy into and get attracted to, right? If you think about Apple, right? You got Steve Jobs, right? Steve Jobs was a character. Everybody wants to buy from Steve Jobs because he was such a force in the industry. Does that make sense, right? If you think about Tesla, right? You're buying, you're not just buying, amazing electric cars. You're buying into Elon Musk, okay? Elon Musk has got this massive character on, out there, right? And that is very attractive to a lot of people. Now, whether everybody likes him or not, that's besides the point, right? Because some people will like him and some people will hate him, okay? And I think Elon Musk and even Steve Jobs has, they have that kind of character where they polarize people, right? But that's exactly what you want. People want to buy into companies and products that have an attractive character. Now, the only way that you can have an attractive character in your business is if you get on camera, right? And so by building this attractive character, you will automatically increase your conversion rates, okay? So let me give you a perfect example. If there was a customer going through two different sales funnels, right? One is your sales funnel where you've got videos of yourself, you're adding lots of value, you're showing lots of personality, you're doing lots of video, and then you've got another business where it's literally just screen capture videos of your computer screen like that, just computer screen. There's no real human face there. Believe me when I say that your business that has that attractive character where you're doing, face-to-face videos like this is going to convert better just automatically, okay? Why? Because it's human nature, right? People want to buy from people that they can know, like, and trust. They're not going to buy from some random computer screen, even if you're doing great videos that just show your screen, which you can do, by the way. I guarantee you that it's going to not do as well as your business that is actually showing your face. Does that make sense, right? So people, you got to show your character, you got to show your personality. People buy from people. And so that's one strategy that you can implement inside of your internet business to tremendously increase your conversion rates, right? Sales, lead conversion rates into sales, that will just dramatically go up, okay? Another little tip that I can give you today is when you're doing video, all right, what you want to do is you want to build out your autoresponder series, okay? So when somebody first enters into your internet business, okay, I don't know what kind of internet business you're building, but most internet businesses out there, when people get on their list, you will send them an email automatically, right? There are lots of different autoresponders that you can use out there, GetResponse, Aweber, ConvertKit, Infusionsoft, SendLane. I mean, the list is endless, right? There are probably like 10 or 20 really solid autoresponder companies out there that you can use. They're all third-party softwares, by the way. If you're running an internet business, you must have an autoresponder. It's not optional. It is just it's one of those tools that you must have. Okay. And when they get onto your email list, you will automatically start to send them emails. Now, what most internet marketers will do is they will build out a series of maybe 7 emails. Okay, so when somebody first gets on your list, they'll get an email from you every day for 7 days. That's what most people teach, okay? Now here's, and by the way, when people send out those emails, what usually happens is it's a sales message, and that sales message leads directly back to the sales page of whatever they're trying to sell. That's the normal standard way that most affiliate marketers and gurus out there teach you how to do. Now, if you do this, you are gonna go broke. I promise you that. And I know this because for the first 8 years that I was struggling inside of my online business, I did that as well, because that's what was taught to me, okay? And so what you wanna do instead, because I call that the Baroque Model, right? If you really want to do it right, if you want to grow your internet marketing business properly, all right, what you need to do is you need to slowly build out your autoresponder email sequence to as long as you can get it, okay? So if you can build out a 30-day, a 60-day, a 90-day, a 365-day email series, now that's going to take a long time, right? But if you can slowly build it out, that is definitely one of the core areas that you want to focus on, okay? Now, you don't just want to build And you don't just want to focus on writing out 30 days or 60 days or 90 days worth of emails. What you want to do is you want to write really good personalized emails, and when you lead them to something else, you don't want to lead them back to the sales page. You want to lead them somewhere else, okay? Somewhere where you can add value, somewhere where you can teach them something, somewhere where they can find out a little bit more about you and your company and the products that you represent. As simple as that, okay? So as an example, you could lead them directly to a YouTube video like this, exactly like this, where you're teaching them something valuable about the industry that you're in, okay? So if you're in the weight loss industry, maybe you teach them a couple of tips on the best foods that they can eat that will continue to burn calories even if they're sleeping, right? That could be a cool little video, right? And when you lead them to the YouTube video, they'll consume that content, they get that value from you, and then that video then leads them to the sales page of whatever you're selling, okay? And so by creating this valuable content, all right, what happens is you do something called pull marketing, okay? And I talk about this a lot in some of my other videos, but everybody out there is doing something I call push marketing. You're pushing your customer away, all right? And nobody wants to work with you if you're pushing them away. If you're constantly asking for the sale, you're gonna send them really, really far away from you, right? But if you create amazing content that teaches people how to get the results that they're looking to achieve, a little bit better, what you're doing is you're doing something called pull marketing. You're pulling people towards you, all right? And again, it's very simple to do. You just have to understand how to do it and then build out your autoresponder sequence so that every other day, every 2 or 3 days, they get an email from you. It leads them to somewhere else aside from your sales page, and it adds a lot of value to your customer, okay? Now, those pages could be a sales funnel built on, ClickFunnels or Megaphone or, Optimized Press 2. It could be your blog. It could be directly onto your Facebook page. It could be onto a YouTube video. It could be anything. It could be directly to a webinar. There are many, many different ways to do it, okay? But the longer you can connect with your audience over 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, right, the better you're going to convert them. Because remember, not everyone's going to buy straight away, okay? Remember that, you're touching base with hundreds and thousands of people from all over the world, right? Everyone is at a different stage in their life, okay? So if I got onto your email list today, for example, right, I might not be in the right position to buy that product today, okay? But if you continue to follow up with me on a regular basis, right, maybe in 60 days or maybe in 90 days or maybe in 6 months, if you're still active and you're actively contacting me with great information, in 6 months' time, I might be ready to buy your product, okay? So if I was an overweight guy, right, if I was like 300 pounds and I got onto your email list and you were talking a little bit about how to lose weight and stuff like that, I might not be ready mentally or emotionally or monetary-wise to buy your product, right? But maybe in 6 months, something big happens in my life where I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm finally ready to buy, Bob Smith's product because he's been emailing me great content for the last 6 months. I've always wanted to buy it, but I just haven't had that push to buy it. Now I'm ready to buy it, and then they buy, okay? That's why it's so important for you to, number one, keep in touch with your potential customers, your list, okay? And number two, offer them great content so they continue to feel that bond with you, right? And then number three, you need to have that consistency, right? Because people aren't gonna buy on day one. It might take them 7 exposures to you and your product before they even feel like they can trust you to buy your product. Or it might take them 30 days, or it might take them 60 days, or it might take them a year. Okay, it might take them a year, it might take them 2 years. I have people that have been on my list for years before they finally buy a product from me, okay? But my job as a good marketer is to be there consistently so that when they're ready to buy, they're gonna buy from me and not from anybody else. Does that make sense, okay? And so, this is a slightly long-term strategy, but it's something that you have to do if you want to grow your internet marketing business properly, okay? And by doing that, what you're doing is you're focusing on the traffic flow that comes in, so how many people are actually seeing your stuff, and then you're increasing your conversion rates so that you can make more sales, right? And so if you had to focus just on 2 things, okay, that's all I would focus on, honestly, because everything else is just noise, all right? If you can get this right, if you can get your sales funnel right, if you can do video, become an attractive character, and build a great follow-up sequence so that people can get to know, like, and trust you, and it's long enough for them to build a bond with you, and then you focus on how many people are actually coming in through the front door. If you just did that, you will be way more successful in your internet marketing business than anything else you've ever done. I promise, okay? So all those other strategies that you see out there, you know, the webinars or, you know, the Facebook chat bots or, you know, the push notifications or, I don't know, you know, all those little things that people launch products about that are, you know, they're all these fads, right? They're all these temporary fads to try and get you to buy into their products. All that stuff is just noise, guys, okay? If you really just focus on these two things that we just spoke about over the last 15 minutes, which I'll wrap up in a second, that will literally change your business. I promise you, okay? Give it a shot. Let me know how that goes. And so the question of the day today is, you know, have you been doing these strategies, right? Does this make sense? What are the, you know, strategies that you've been focusing on to grow your internet business? And I hope that makes sense, okay? So listen, I'd love to hear, you know, some of the comments that you have in the comments below. If you got some value from this video today, I would appreciate some thumbs ups. And listen, again, if this is the first time that you're watching one of my videos and you want to get more, if you're like, Aaron, this stuff is great, how do I get the step-by-step to grow an internet business out? Because I have no idea what I'm doing, right? That might be what you're thinking right now. If you want to learn from me, okay, get a bit more training on this, you can click the link right below this video. If you're on your mobile phone, click on the arrow, okay, on the right hand side of your screen, and that will reveal that link. Get on there, enter your best email address. I'm going to send you 4 days worth of my best internet training that will teach you how I built out my affiliate marketing business, how I got it to you know, $500 a day, a minimum in sales every single day. You can just copy it if you want. And listen, I wish you all the best in your business. Let's speak to you soon. Take care and all the best.